I was looking at Ezekiel 37 today, and I think, a lot of us know the story about God and Ezekiel having the encounter talking about the dry bones. And we're reading chapter 36. It talks about how the people of God were far from him. They were worshiping other gods and whatnot. And now he comes into the valley of dry bones, and God says, will these dry bones live again? And if we were Ezekiel, or even being Ezekiel, the right answer would have been no, these bones can't live again. They're dried up. They're old, they're gone, their history, their past. There's no life left in these bones. But Ezekiel uses wisdom in his answer, and he says, Lord, you know. Lord, you know. Maybe there's people in your life that you think may not have an opportunity, may not have a chance, maybe too far gone, may have already told you that they made their decision and that they've chosen to not follow God. Maybe there's things and dreams and passions and desires that God's given you that haven't come to pass, and you're like, those dry bones are dead and I'm moving on with my life. And so just like God said to Ezekiel, prophesy to those dry bones, it might be time to reconsider. It might be time to pray about those things that are the dry bones, those people that haven't had an encounter with God, that have walked away from God, that we may think are too far gone. Maybe those dreams, those passions, those desires that you have that you've put on the shelf and walked away from. Maybe it's time to reconsider and ask God, or even make the statement to God, you know. And then let God be the one that says, speak to those dry bones, and then see them come to life. I think there's some things that we've counted dead, that we've counted past their prime, that we've counted out, that God's going, I'm not done with that yet. Maybe you're one of those things. And God's saying, I'm not done with you yet. I know there's been times in my life where I've thought, well, maybe God's done with me. And sure enough, God's like, I'm not done with you yet. The reality is, if God was done with us, he would take us to heaven. As long as we're still here, we got stuff to do.